Hi, we're going to make a water cycle. It's going to look a little bit like this, and it's going to remind you of a diorama if you've ever done those in school. The first thing, the materials that you'll need are the templates, tape, which should have come in your bag, and scissors, which you'll be able to get somewhere at home. Now the first piece of paper you want to find looks like this. Cut out these two. These are going to be your mountains. Cut on the solid lines. And so you should have something that has 4 sides to it when you're all done. I'll go ahead and start cutting along just the solid lines, and I'll be back when I'm done. All right, when you have everything cut out, you're going to have 2 shapes that look like this. And then what you do is get out your tape. Everybody will have a different color tape, and then pull off and discard that green starter part of the tape, and then tape all these edges together like so. I'm going to start with the 2 sides, fold them over gently, and then put the tape around it, and then keep going with the second and the third and the fourth until you have a little mountain like that. And I'll pause it and then we'll come back and I'll show you how it looks. Okay, once you're done with your mountains, that's what these are, you should have 2 mountains, a smaller one and a larger one. And then this will be what you have left over. This makes a cloud, so just set that aside for now and we'll come back to that later. The next thing you want to cut out are these 5 waters, and so cut each one out so you have 5 separate strips of paper. All right, once you cut out 5 little waters like this, you're going to take your tape and you're going to make them into a cylinder, which is a round circle, and then tape it shut so that it stays like a circle. Something like this. There. And then keep going until you have 5 of them. Okay, once you have 5 cylinders that look like that, set those aside along with your mountains and take out this sheet. It should have 2 lines of trees. Cut out both of those lines. Okay. All right, once you have the trees cut out, one with 4 trees and one with 3 trees, just make them into a cylinder like you did with the water. Get a piece of tape and tape them into a circle. And then you have your trees. And when you're done with the trees, go ahead and start on the cloud. And so on the cloud, you're going to cut out on the solid line only, not the dotted line. Okay. Okay. And then once you have the cloud cut out, turn it over and fold on those dotted lines. 1 and 2. And when you have that done, go ahead and tape it into a triangle. I'll show you, I'll do one. Oops. 1 here. And 1 here. And when you're done with that, then fold on this dotted line and this dotted line, and that's your cloud. All right, and then once you have your cloud that looks like this, then go back to this, your water cycle, and this is one of the bases. So go ahead and cut this out. You should just have a rectangle by cutting along the solid lines, not the dotted lines. Okay. Now that you've cut it out, the first thing you do is make a base. And you do that by, just like the cloud, turning it over and folding it along those dotted lines. to make a base. And once you've got that, see, it makes like a little square. Tape that down. And you kind of make the tape like a stair so that it just goes right up in there. Then turn it over, and now you make a step. Okay. Now the next thing you're going to do is make the end of the diorama, and you're going to look for this piece. It has these 3 mountains and then these 2 clouds. Again, just cut out to make a rectangle, not on the dotted line, just the solid line. Okay, now that you've cut out this rectangle, fold it along the dashed lines and put it in the back of your diorama, which should look like this with a little cliff to it. And then you go and get the sides. This is the first side, and it has a sun on it and 2 clouds. Cut to a square on the solid lines, avoiding the dotted line. All right, now that you have your square, you're going to fold this on the dotted line. And then on this, you're going to go ahead and tape the sides, but not the top. So the sides means you want to tape on right here by the trees. And you want to tape the sky on the opposite side. But you don't want to tape the top. Leave that open for now. Okay, after taping the sides, the next thing you're going to do is put that side against the base. And you're going to tape it so that it stays upright. And then put your tape right there. And another piece of tape, and you might need 2 or 3 hands to make sure that it sticks together. Okay, and then the back is the same way. Get a piece of tape and tape the back. All right. Okay, you may want to add some more tape if desired to make it look like this. And then when you're done with that, slide the cloud into that opening that you left in the top of the side. And that's your cloud. Then after that, you can go ahead and decorate it by adding your mountains and your trees. And then your 5 waters. And then you're ready to think about the water cycle. Thanks.